He lost his voice after his State of the Union speech. A roof collapsed at a supermarket in France.
Good evening. Tonight's Top 10 list. Top 10 replacements for former FBI Director James Comey. Coming in at number 10, we have Larry Thompson, aka Mr. Milk Dud. Larry Thompson served as Attorney General in President Bush's term. He also led the Southern Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force, or SOCDOT for short. He was recently named 2017 Volkswagen Monitor Source. Volkswagen, in their effort to promote recycling, has just announced that they will also take recycled politicians as well.
Coming in at number 9, we have Chuck Rothenberg. In addition to forgetting his dentures at home today, Rosenberg is a Harvard graduate. He worked very closely with James Comey as he was chief of staff in the FBI. Rosenberg brought the infamous dogfighting charges against former Falcons quarterback Michael Vick in 2007. Glad to know that at least some mammal in this country has justice.
Coming in at number 8, we have Condoleezza Rice. We're not sure if this is her name or her favorite Mexican dish. We're confused, just like Condoleezza is confused, about what party she belongs to, but I don't really blame her. After shooting her shot as a musician and dramatically failing, she became the next best thing, a politician. She couldn't make it at this profession either. The most common criticism about Rice is that she's too bossy, so she tried to ban the word bossy from the dictionary. Sounds pretty bossy to me.
Coming in at number 7, Fran Townsend. She was a national security advisor during the Bush administration and a director of Homeland Security before that. Townsend allegedly took money from a known terrorist group while serving as director of Homeland Security. She was also supposed to be protecting our nation from that group. How ironic. Glad to know that all our president and cabinet members are impartial and trustworthy.
Coming in at number 6, we have Mark Phillip. Mark Phillip graduated from both Oxford and Harvard University. We already know his dad donates thousands of dollars to those schools, and Mark probably does cocaine on the side. Goddamn rich, snotty white dudes. He was an attorney general under Bush and only 15 days under Obama. What a surprise that the white guy doesn't get along with our first black president.
Coming in at number 5, we have the Texas Senator John Cornyn. Cornyn is an attorney from Texas who has held several offices in the Texas state government and is now one of the Texas representatives in Congress. Cornyn was the primary sponsor of the 9/11 bill that supposedly would allow families impacted by 9/11 to sue Middle Eastern countries involved in the bombing. This is, of course, a great idea, seeing as Osama bin Laden is definitely a Middle Eastern country. Cornyn is also a very vocal opponent of gay marriage, stating that, and I quote, "It does not affect you very much if your neighbor marries a box turtle, but that does not make it right."
Coming in at number 4, we have Trey Gowdy. Gowdy was an attorney in South Carolina before becoming the Solicitor General for the state's 7th District Court. He was eventually elected as the congressional representative for the 4th District in South Carolina. Gowdy is humiliated for switching his support from Marco Rubio to Donald Trump after Rubio lost his home state to Donald Trump. Gowdy is known for his extreme conservatism and his distaste for Hillary Clinton. In fact, he was even named the Hillary Slayer by Rolling Stone magazine. Gowdy called for the prosecution of Clinton during the 2016 election and would have probably crucified her himself if he could only get his sword past the Secret Service.
Kenneth Weinstein is our third choice. Kenneth is quite the honorable man given the fact that he has the same name as our best principal, Kenneth Gardner. Weinstein is currently the chief of staff of the FBI director, so he's basically somebody's bitch. Aside from that, Weinstein received his law degree from Cal Berkeley, so you already know he speaks his mind freely and won't fall to the right side of the spectrum just like our government. Inconsiderate Republican bastards.
Number 2 on the list is Ray Kelly, the irrelevant R. Kelly. Aside from looking like he should be the FBI director, Kelly is currently the chief of police in New York. Kelly holds many titles, including Irish American of the Year, member of the Irish Hall of Fame, president of Irishmen United, and did we mention that he's Irish? Kelly is also named Father of the Year by the Fathers Organization. Regardless of whether or not he's qualified, at least we will have someone to take us out to ball games. Kelly has already been offered the position 3 times. Maybe the 4th time is the charm.
Last but not least, we have Andrew McCabe as our top choice. Andrew McCabe has been the acting FBI director since the firing of Comey. McCabe has worked for the FBI for almost 21 years and has been a part of some of the most infamous investigations in the United States in those years. McKay pushed the line about Hillary's investigation, which is funny considering that his wife received $675,000 from Hillary towards her campaign for Virginia State Senator.
Now for our honorable mention, we have Principal Kenneth Gardner. He is an honorable man given the fact that he's got 279 DUIs in 1 year, and he was a Navy SEAL, so he's like the best dude ever, and he's pretty fat and he's bald and he has a mustache, and he has a daughter, which I guess is okay too. Go Kenneth.
And that concludes our top 10 FBI replacements. It's likely that Trump will nominate none of these people. He may even nominate Vladimir Putin himself to help with the Russian investigation. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this class, this year, and just life in general. I probably won't miss most of you, except for you, Gorski.